mother's an Italian American, never went to college, and her mother and grandmother actually started the restaurant that our family took over. So I went off to college to set up the advice I got from my mother, with the expectation that after I finished college and my illustrious career in the NFL, I was going to go back and coach football and teach history at the high school, right? And I always tell people that it didn't work because the NFL didn't meet my second condition. They didn't call back. So, but I remember going off to college, with pretty much not knowing anything about college. There's no real college going tradition in my family, except my father did go for 2 years, and he played for Pop Warner at Temple, and then he went off to the service and so on, never finished. So I didn't have a very good sense of what it was about, and I was recruited that way as an athlete. And the first year was really, really hard, and I almost didn't make it, that kind of thing. And I remember going home and talking to my mother and saying how hard it was, and she said, "Son, the first year is always the toughest. The first year is the toughest." So, it made me feel better, and I was home for the summer, and I got recharged and went back. The second year was still hard. I went home and said the same thing, and she said, "Remember I told you the first couple years were the toughest." So finally the third year, it was, I was getting a little better, but it was pretty tough, and I couldn't wait, because I knew I was going to, always comes a little ritual, how did the year go, type of thing. And she said, "Well, the first 3 years are the toughest." And I said, "Mom, you keep telling me the same thing all the years." She said, "Then you're ready for my final advice." I said, "What's that?" "It all works out in the end." There's some truth to that. You worry so much about making it when you're taking on big challenges and stuff, and you can worry yourself to death, but you sit back, it'll work out. It'll work out.